What is up, kids and future drumming freaks? I'm Abe and welcome to my new channel, Drummer Abe. So what it is I'm going to teach you stuff that I know about drumming, and I know a little bit and I've been around the block a little bit. I'll post up a bio as I build this channel up, and so you can see some of the stuff I've done. You can see some of the bands I've played with. I'll put gig videos up and share them on the thing so you can kind of see what kind of stuff I've been into. And I've done all kinds of things, from country stuff, Latin, jazz, swing, blues, tons of blues stuff, all over the place. So funk, whatever, even some metal stuff back in the day. I'll show you some pictures of when I had the giant Tommy Lee hair and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so we'll just get right to this stuff because I don't want to do a lot of talking. A lot of drumming videos I see, dudes are just and a lot of it's good stuff, but I want to get right to the point on this stuff. So step one, if you want to learn to play drums, first thing you need is some of these drumsticks, right? And so for beginners, I recommend something in the neighborhood of this. And I'm doing this in selfie mode, so it looks backwards or whatever, but I'll tell you what these are. These are American Custom. If you join band, usually this is on the list. This is an SD1. A 2B is pretty close to this. These have a nice little round bead on them. It's not a whole bunch of flex because maybe the flex is something you don't really want when you're learning how to stroke the pad and the drum and you're trying to train your hands early on. So get you something like that. 2Bs. Don't get 7As or little pencil sticks. Get you something that's right in the middle of this. A 2B, SD1, something. Make sure that they're straight when you buy them. Roll them on a table. If they don't wobble or anything like that, nice and straight. So once you got sticks, next thing you need is maybe a pad. Get you a practice pad. This is one that I carry around with me all the time. It's real beat up because it's got a lot of use. It goes in my backpack. It goes to gigs. I warm up. I'm not one of these guys that, like, you know, thinks it's too good to warm up before a show or something. I'm getting older, so cats like me, we need to warm up. Young guys, you need to warm up too. You can't get away from it. So once you got your pad, your sticks, now you need to learn how to hold them. So first thing, it's basically two grips. We can get really in depth, but we're going to do the basic stuff. We're going to get you started. First thing most people do on drum set nowadays, everybody plays match grip. Depending on what style of music you're into, you can do whatever. I recommend learning to do both. But so match grip, it would start with your right hand, and what you want to do is go about a third of the way up on the stick. Okay, first joint in your first finger to basically the joint in your thumb, first joint in your thumb, and that's going to create what we call fulcrum. Ooh, look at that, fun. So the fulcrum is like the seesaw. It's a natural pivoting point in the stick where it wants to flex or rebound. Okay, see that? It's a natural spot, and so that's where the stick has enough balance to rebound, so you can get all of this stuff going. So when you use your fingers, you're just going to gently roll these around. This is where everything comes from. This is your control. Okay, so you want to get like this, and never squeeze. Don't do that. You're not trying to kill the drumstick. You're trying to learn to play. Just like somebody holding a guitar pick. It's not a murder weapon. You don't do that. You want to get this. Like you're holding a little bird in your hand, but you don't want him to let go. Okay? And you'll develop a nice clean stroke. And you want to get a natural curve when you start playing on your pad. A natural curve from the head of the stick all the way up your arm. Something about like that. Now we can go crazy, and some people tell you to play more French, like this, or more hand on top. Somewhere right in the middle, thumb basically showing. That's what I recommend to start. We could get crazy with picking things apart, and everybody's got their own philosophy, but this is the basic way to do it. So with match grip, you're going to do the same thing with your left hand. Third of the way up the stick. First two joints, finger, thumb, fingers gently wrapped around. So when you get them both going, you can get nice clean strokes that way. Okay, so the other way is traditional grip, and I do a lot of this depending on the gig. If I'm playing like country or rock stuff, usually the band is so loud that I have to play with a certain amount of velocity, and I gotta play match grip, because doing it traditional grip, some guys like Stuart Copeland, some of these dudes, they can play real hard with the traditional grip. I just can't do it, because I wind up beating up my hand. Just playing backbeats like that. Anyway, if I do jazz gigs or whatever, definitely traditional grip. Like I did a blues gig a couple nights ago. Played the whole gig traditional grip. No problem. It just makes for more of an intricate feel. But this is how you do it. Open up your left hand, your left paw, like this, like you're going to shake hands with somebody. Third of the way up the stick, you set it in your thumb here. And that crook, see how that's doing? And so you get that. There's your fulcrum, right? And so what you're going to do is relax your thumb, and then you're going to set the stick onto your ring finger. Okay, so now you got this thing where you looks like you're kind of using chopsticks. Pinky finger, nice and relaxed right underneath that. Now when I was learning traditional grip and started getting in a marching band, they used to tell us to crank our finger back like that. And I wish I hadn't started doing that, because I developed a bad habit, but as I started playing more, realized that like that's creating tension, so we don't do that anymore. They used to teach that in like the 70s, early 80s. Anyway, so now that you've got this, what you're going to do is just connect first joint in your first finger, the first joint in your thumb. So you get like an OK sign. See that? Okay, and then your middle finger here, as my kids like to say, the mother finger, you want to just relax that onto the stick. I don't want to see any of this really straight finger or crazy hook finger. I've seen a lot of, I've seen it all at this point. I've seen weird stuff. No hooks, no bird fingers. Okay? Just nice and relaxed. Like you're going to grab a doorknob and you want to turn it with your hand. Should have a nice cup there. See that? So as you turn it, you want to turn from your wrist See that? And you don't want to do a lot of this letting go and weird stuff as you're learning. You're not Buddy Rich yet. When you start getting that stuff, Muller method kind of stuff, where you're getting double, now we just want to see a nice turned wrist. So that when you're doing all that stuff, you don't want any tension. So that's your grip. And the first thing you can do is get on your pad and hit it. Hit that pad. Grip it and rip it. You're going to start. I don't even want you working on rudiments or any of that stuff yet. I'll show you that soon. I just want you to play on the pad. Get used to how it feels to hold on to that stick, but not too tight. Okay? So that's step one. Sticks, pad, grip, match grip, fingers. Alright? So that's step one. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. If you guys are getting started. If you're an old pro or whatever, you should have stopped this video a long time ago and watched some of my other videos where I talk about shuffles and crazy stuff. This is for guys who are just getting going. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the bell. Always tang the hump, as we used to say in Louisiana. Tang that hump, man. Hit the bell. I'll have a link to my Patreon. Send a couple of bucks over there. Help me buy some new gear so I can have some cool production value to some of this stuff. I've got mics and stuff, but what I need is a really good camera to catch hand speed and things like that. So drop something in the Patreon. Help me out. Until next time, see you later.